Bubba on the mic, losing his mind. Shane with the stats, breaking it down in real time. Live on YouTube, black and gold loud. Steelers Dynasty podcast kicking ass. Steelers Dynasty podcast kicking ass. Steelers Dynasty podcast kicking ass.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Steelers Dynasty podcast. And you heard the news. The news is just out of control. Out of control, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Tomlin has stepped down as the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Last night's second half debacle. I don't know. I didn't see this coming. I know everybody has been seeing this for a long time. People have wanted this. We're going to talk about it because my phone's been blowing up. We're going to, Shane's going to be coming on momentarily. And, hi, Afton. Priority one, thank fucking God. Finally, we got a lot to talk. I do believe that there is nobody safe now wearing a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform right now. Bring in Flores and McDaniels. I don't have any saying on any head coaches as of right now because it's too soon. Joey says clean sweep it now. Devil, thanks for everything, Coach T. Yeah, let's talk about that first. Let's go into that before we go into the obvious. And like I said, Shane will be coming on. Yes, 19 seasons, winning seasons. He brought some tenacity to the Steelers organization. He won us a Super Bowl. Recently, we were division champs, and he had a lot of players come in and out of the Steelers organization. So, congratulations. He will be a first-time Hall of Fame ballot. He'll be going to Canton. He will be going to Canton. There's no doubt about it. But what have you done lately? And a lot of Steeler fans, as we heard the boos in, down at Heinz Field when the Buffalo Bills, just beat the living bejesus out of us. Last night, it just seemed like the Steelers offense was inept. The Steelers defense tried to keep us together, but it wasn't intangible, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it was, and it's going to be something where you never seen in an organization. Look, he had shoes to fill from Bill Cowher, as Bill Cowher had big shoes to fill from Chuck Noll. I lived through the 80s through Chuck Noll. I lived through the 70s, winning 4 Super Bowls as a young kid. And the Cowher coming in, had to fill in those shoes, and he did. And it took him a long time to get his Super Bowl ring. It didn't take Tomlin as long as it took, Coach Cowher. He had Big Ben Roethlisberger. But I mean, this is a lot of stuff that's going to be happening. And they were chanting last night like I wouldn't have known because I had to have Sling TV. Now Afton was at the game and Gene was at the game, so they heard that, and there was probably numerous fans at the game. Burns thinks this is his greatest day since Nick Perry hit the 666 on the Powerball. Priority one says bring in Gruden. I don't know nothing about all this stuff. I've talked to some people. Burns was one of them. I just talked to him on the phone with his college expertise. Brick says good riddance, long overdue. Priority one said Tomlin wasn't a bad coach, but sometimes it runs dry. I didn't see this coming. I did not see this coming. I thought that definitely rallies the forces. His Monday night record was that one loss. And Afton says one guy was sitting behind screaming it the whole time. Afton tomorrow night will be on the show to talk about her experiences at the playoff game. And, what's going to happen now. The Steelers organization right now is in a fluctuation of, I believe they're going to clean house. Austin is got to be going to be gone. Whoever the head coach is going to fire all the coordinators, I believe. Maybe Danny Smith will be the lone casualty, but I don't know. And Burns says no. Burns head coach Debo. In the podcasting world, Debo would be good. Burns says no damn retreads. And who we hired, I have no idea right now. And Gruden, why would we want to hire Gruden? Now maybe we can get a coach that isn't everybody's friend. All sorts of names. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as his device is connected, because this is a hot take and we are going live. We're trying to do a whole bunch of stuff. So I want to get Shane's take on this. And we're going to get everybody's discussion because this is big. This is huge. So, ladies and gentlemen, he is the voice of West Virginia college football. He is my co-host on Steelers Dynasty podcast, and he helps me out with the Triple B experience. Ladies and gentlemen, to the show is special field correspondent Shane Stodmiller. Hi, Shane.
Christmas came early for you, Bubba.
Last week I said blow it the fuck up. So maybe I was a week early, but I did not say, and I did not. Last night was a bad game. Okay, I've talked about.
Well, I'm going to say this.
Go ahead,
and then we'll go down the rabbit hole of what's next.
Well,
I'm going to chat. You're going to hate me for this, but maybe he should have stayed one more year. One more year, make it 20. He got AA Ron one more year. The other side of the coin is Aaron Rodgers isn't mobile enough. Yes, he can make the reads. He's a great quarterback, but it looked like I was afraid he was going to break a hip.
Well, listen, last night, and I've been saying it all day, Aaron Rodgers didn't have the weapons because he was cutting down trees with butter knives. He was getting beat up. When he took that sack and fumbled the ball and they ran in for a touchdown, I said the game was over. The play calling, I don't know if or how, or maybe somebody will tell us because I'm not in on how they decided that play calling. The defense I didn't think the running attack of the Texans would be that powering, but it was, which sucks.
Yeah, I didn't know the running. I thought their offense was going to be anemic, but much that is the fact that the line.
You're freezing up, Shane. Shane was trying to say anemic, but let me see here. We like the timing with the draft capital, and I believe Aaron Rodgers will be. I think he's going to go somewhere else. He's not going to stay at the Steelers. I just think that. Shane, you there? You were freezing up just a bit, bud.
Yeah, my VPN kicked in. But what I was saying is those three linebackers are legit. I mean, they're better than what I thought. I said it before the game. They're like those long, lanky 4-man on, the big forwards that can play any position in the NBA. Those guys, that strong safety and his two linebackers.
They didn't have to do anything. I seen Solomalo on his ass get run over like a Mack truck. Well, Burns, we're not getting Adam Rising. Adam Rising, a great high school coach. God bless him. But and Afton says, let a guy come in and build this team.
Afton got back. Are you back in the great state of Kansas?
Well, she got back to me. She will be on tomorrow night. She'll talk about her experiences in Pittsburgh.
Good.
What the aftermath of this. Joey says, I think Aaron is officially done to go out. He reminds me going out like Dan Marino when Dan Marino lost 60-something to Jacksonville. Will Howard and That could be a possibility. Paul says it's crazy stuff. And Afton said their offense was not their standard. Yeah, last night was, oh, wow, you're at work already? Wow, you went to the game and you're at work? You are truly dedicated.
She flew in. Did you fly last night or this morning? Because that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
Wow. Hey, Steelers fan, Andrew, thanks for popping in.
And we got a new person in there, 12 titanium bricks.
So
I thought it read, and don't titanium bricks, don't get mad. I thought it read 12 titanium dicks. And I was like, that's the best name ever.
The Steelers could be up now because, well, I Cold Steel, that is, somebody said this at work. He is actually, I got a little printout on the rankings of the betting thing on who the Steelers' next coach could be. I don't know. Did you think, this is what I'm thinking, like, and I remember this because I was watching the pregame before the Buffalo Bills Jacksonville game, that Bill Cowher said this will not be the last coach that this weekend. This will not be the last coach.
No.
And I think some people knew maybe a little bit more, higher up than me and you. I mean, I'm pretty.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you a question to the chat and to you, Bubba. First, you, Bubba.
Okay.
Do you think the conversation was had with Tomlin? You know what I mean by the conversation? Hey, listen, things aren't going well. Maybe you should step aside.
Okay, let's just put it this way. How much is too much? Okay, win in a regular season, but you go and get your doors blown off every playoff game.
No.
Is a bad stigma.
I'm talking about the Rooneys pulling him in and say, "Hey, listen, I think it's time."
I can't believe I think Rooney was getting pressured with the minority owners, and they had to do something because they were tired of it.
Yeah, I think that's the conversation happened.
I think
Chat,
so.
do you think, hit me with a 1 if the conversation happened, or it was just completely number 2, Tomlin?
I think it's a little bit. I think it's a little bit
titanium bricks. You should change it to titanium dicks. That would be
good.
Big move.
It's going to be. This is going to be the most interesting season of all time. Now, we thought the last 2 seasons were crazy. Now it is going to be crazy. It is going to be podcast central here. Look, I just got off work and I told you, I said, I'm doing a show.
Right.
I was like, and you're like, Bob, go do it. And
well, that was before I got a call that he didn't have a ride home. So
oh no, that's okay.
I'm down a car and I had to take my cover off my car and move shit to get my Camaro out. I haven't driven it in months.
Well,
but listen to this, guys.
I know about it. One car, yeah.
100 days until the draft party.
Now it's like this draft party is going to be huge now because we have no idea. We don't know who the coach is going to be. I hope not. I saw the video of the Baltimore Ravens finding out about Tomlin's coaching, and he goes, if he wouldn't blew the fucking kiss of death last week, they might hire him. He might go to Baltimore.
No.
Hey man, money talks. I want good coaches too. Terrell Austin's gone. Arthur Smith now is gone. There's a new offense and there'll be a new defense. Oh, and you said what? What did you give him? A 1? Both? Joey said 1. Burns said 1. Steeler fan said yes. What was 1 again?
1 was the conversation happened. So I have a meme that I was going to come up. I was going to hit this meme even before I knew Tomlin was shit can, guys. So, Bubba, don't lose your shit. Just keep it together.
I'm actually very calm.
No, this is going to make you lose your mind.
If you hold on.
Bring in beat, man.
Oh,
bring in
shit.
beat.
I don't think he can see over the line. That is not going to be our head
What call
coach.
did you play? Blue Panda.
Yeah, he
Come on, Chad. Hit me a 1 if you think Beetlejuice would do better than Tomlin in the playoffs.
No, Beetlejuice couldn't he can't even tie a cleats. That's funny. Oh my God, is that funny? Okay, so Tomlin talked about with some of his staff last year. Well, we lost to Baltimore. Okay. Hey, Craig, thanks for showing up.
Yeah, Craig. Thanks, buddy. Hey,
This means
did you see Larry sent the meme where it is literally Mr. Capri himself, the old Dolphins coach,
that's well,
McDaniels.
I don't know if I'd want him as an offensive coordinator, not
Yeah,
as
me
a head
too.
coach.
Yeah, I hear you.
I believe Craig. I believe Jonnu Smith is gone. Ramsey might be gone. Hayward is gone. I bet you Cam's going to retire.
Yes. With Tomlin gone, you don't have AA Ron. You're not going to have Cam Hayward. Absolutely.
Yes, I do think Joey. I do think Cam retires now because
Absolutely.
it's going to be a different defense. You got a different defensive coordinator, and they're going to call the shots on what defense they want to do. And I believe that nobody is safe now. TJ Watt's not even safe, and that's a hot take. Now, you got a young nucleus on defense. You got Herbig, you got Jack Sawyer, you got Derek Harmon, you got Yaya Black, you got Joey Porter Jr., you got Peyton Wilson. Okay, you add a couple more young guys. You got Asante Samuel. These guys are all young. Nothing is. He'll be an analyst for TV. I got one. Definitely one.
Yep, Steelers fan. We're going to do a members call-in show here in the off season.
Steelers fan says hire you.
Just hang on.
Okay.
Hire Shane there.
Yeah.
I coached basketball and I did pretty good. I don't coach football.
Tomlin can't go anywhere without giving Steelers draft picks since he stepped down away instead of being fired. Yeah, because he's still
that's
signed.
Pretty much your take number one. So Craig, you're a number one. So number one, he stepped down so he wasn't shit can. Number two, it was totally just his own choice.
People, Pittsburgh has Tomlin rights for 2 years. Teams have come. Yeah. For Beetlejuice, you'd give him a Dolph. No, I can't coach at all.
No, not football.
No, we're not taking any. It's just a me and Shane show tonight.
Yeah, we're going to do a members call-in show. When we do a call-in show, you guys can have at it. But
I believe
so much going on.
I believe Omar Khan is. I think he could be on a chopping block too.
No, I think they're going to keep him.
Because here's why, in my opinion, that Omar Khan in the last couple drafts, his last couple draft classes, the one draft class of Tomlin's, the Kenny Pickett draft class, I don't think anybody's around. Look, if they knew what they had in Kenny Gainwell will not be around. They're not going to pay Kenny Gainwell money.
What?
Kenny Gainwell will not be around. Kenny Gainwell will not be a Steeler.
Oh, that breaks my heart.
They're not going to pay him because he just paid Jalen Warren. And Afton says, will Rooney pay a good coaching staff? I guess we'll find out. If that's
the contractors and the agents are gonna the new contract with these new agents are gonna have to go between. They're gonna force them to pay a little bit more money. It's absolutely gonna happen.
Gene's still hungover, and yes, Colbert was Kenny Pickett's, but I believe Khan was with Roman Wilson. Probably won't be a Steeler. Maybe he will. Maybe he will. I think Mark's doing his own show. I don't know. I sent Mark an invite.
LJ Martin out of BYU. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. BYU has some dogs.
There's going to be a lot of people. This is going to be a whole new team. Thanks, Steelers fan, for popping in.
Chat, we're going to hit you with another one.
Here we go. This is another hot take. Uh-oh. TJ Watt probably, if that's true, that's because he's tired of fucking losing.
That's crazy. What show did you hear that on? Which one of those?
Fan. I don't know which
one of those dipshits said it. Because I tell you what, that's a crazy take. I like that.
Roman Wilson won't be in the doghouse now. You know what? This Jesse Minter, my buddy who's the scout for the Indianapolis Colts. Actually, I will read you what he said. What he wrote to me when I said something about a coach. Okay, his dad was Jack Henry, former offensive line coach for the Steelers and the Chargers. Chad Henry's been an NFL scout for over 25 years. in Detroit and in Indianapolis Colts. But just let me read you what he wrote to me about this Jesse guy. Let me see if I can find it, because I got a lot of stuff here. I'm looking. Okay, here it is. He wrote, and I comment, he goes, because everybody and their brother, and that's brother's mailman, will ask, and for that I am graciously and humbly appreciative. My early favorite for the new Steelers head coach would be Jesse Mittner. Fits their historical formula, young, up-and-coming defensive coordinator. Say what you will, say formula has been successful, although they are entering the sweepstakes a little behind, and he might go to the Ravens instead. So I thank them for that information.
Yeah, I like Chris Shula or Marcus Freeman, and the Rooney's like to do the DEI hire. Marcus Freeman is not a DEI hire. He is a good coach.
But he just signed it with Notre Dame, right?
Yeah, he did. But you know what?
What coach is going to come in here with the quarterback situation the way it is? Because Aaron Rodgers is not.
It has to be a lot of money. But I don't think Marcus Freeman's going to leave. You know what I mean?
Aaron Rodgers. I can't. Do you see Aaron Rodgers staying?
No, we're not. Not now. Not now.
So okay. So do you see Aaron Rodgers going off and talking about how Arthur Smith's offense was not super spectacular because they didn't give him the weapons, and this receiver not stack loading your receivers and having the little fan interaction that cost somebody suspension for 2 games? I would trade him too. Let's be real. Everybody, welcome to the show. I know Mark was doing a show, but here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Mark from Steelers Nation Australia, to get his take, because he is a big Tomlin fan, and we're going to let him discuss it. Hi, Mark. How you doing?
My take is whoever the next coach is of the Pittsburgh Steelers, I'm going to say they won with Tomlin's players. Every game. Every fucking game.
What about if some of the players aren't there, though? I don't care.
That statement from Cowboys players, there's only like 47% of the players were his players.
That's a lot, though. That's a lot.
Well, not really. Just half a roster.
Well,
nowadays,
every single game, the first game they win, whoever it is, if they win by 4 points, they won with Tomlin's players. I'm going to be the most annoying Tomlin supporter ever. Now, anyways, fellas, I came on this quickly. Are we going to do another show? I'll let you guys have this show. Are we going to do another show at 6 or not?
Yeah.
All right, I'll jump off then.
Yeah.
Okay. But we'll talk about.
You're going to show it on.
Wait a second. Time out.
Australian.
Time out. You can't come on here and not tell us what your reaction was.
Yeah, what's your reaction?
What was your reaction?
You are the
when
biggest
you woke up.
My reaction pretty much is I'm kind of glad that Tomlin decided on his terms, to be honest. I think that this is best for the organization in a few things where a clean slate is good from the fan base to quite quiet the noise, because they were going crazy near the end. I don't think that the loss yesterday was Tomlin's fault at all. I think they had maybe an average game plan on offense, but they had a pretty good game plan on defense, and they turned the ball over 4 times. The offense couldn't score points against a really good defense. I don't think it was his fault that Rodgers and the O-line fumbled the football twice and threw picks, and they couldn't move the ball down the field. I don't think it was his fault that maybe Arthur Smith is trying to use Johnny Smith too fucking much. That frustrated me.
He's definitely.
I understand that he's the overseer of all things and the head coach of all things, so it always comes down to blame. But there are much worse games in the playoff history than that one. It wasn't really 30-6. It should have been 17-6, and it should have been game over. But the last 2 touchdowns didn't. It was garbage time. So that game versus Houston wasn't, to me, a Tomlin loss like the fan base will try and showcase it to be. It was a loss that I think the offense just couldn't do anything against a higher-powered defense, And now I think as well, and no one sees this side of it, I think Tomlin might be like, okay, it's everything. The standard right now is pretty even. I should just probably walk away, clear my head, and refresh and see what happens next. Because if he goes to another head team, he can start fresh again. And so it's probably best of both worlds, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree.
This could have been. Now, there's one big thing I was thinking about. Is I don't think that he decided last night, we lost. I went to bed. He woke up and went, I don't want to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. He's been thinking about this ever since he probably got Rodgers in the building. one last chance, one last run. Rodgers, great defense, see what happens. So to me, the Steelers, the season was a success because they got the division. They beat all those other guys, and the other division has AFC North. There's only Zach Taylor. Only Zach Taylor is the coach, right? Everyone else is gone. But I think, and he was thinking about this for many months. Rodgers came in to be that guy to have one last chance. If they go on a bit of a run, honest to goodness, he could have won the game and then lost next week and still decided to jump down.
Yeah,
I think he's always going to jump down in this sense. He's got the contract there, but 19 years is a long time for anyone to do. So yeah, it's quite an emotional day. Like, I've been a supporter of his for a long time. And this is what I don't get. I just don't get, like, when someone says Mike Tomlin is a bum, he's washed, he's fucking shit. I don't respect that at all. I think that's crazy. What I don't respect is also when they say fire Mike Tomlin. It's dumb to me. There's nothing behind it. He has like great respect from players, coaches, organization, ESPN analysts. They don't care about the fans. He did mention the fans. They Steeler Nation is cool, but they don't care. They care about their guys. It's like if you're in a workplace, right? And you have like 30, 40 people who love you. And there's one barista down the road says, I don't like this guy because he orders a shit coffee. I don't care about the barista who gives me the coffee, right? They care about the people in the building. He's highly respected as a coach. He will be sought out, I think, in the future, for sure. Like, he'll be sought out, like other teams. Maybe not this year.
Pick him up quick. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, and also he's on contract too. He's on contract.
Trade. If they make a number one, they can trade right now.
Both worlds. Like, Steeler Nation is finally happy. I get to say for the very first game they won with Tomlin's players. I'll do it a few times until it gets annoying, and then I'll stop. Because that's how they were. Anyways, I don't know. I'll jump off now because I'll make a new link and Steeler Nation will have another show.
All right.
Yeah,
you guys do this show. I'll be in it. We'll
Mark,
Mark, the original show.
Different ends of the spectrum here. Like me and Bubba aren't like, we don't have that heartfelt feeling for Tomlin. We appreciate what he's done, but we're just like, it's time for a change. Mark, you're like, you're not going to find anybody better, right? You're like, hey, this guy is no
one knows. Like, this could go fucking south. People don't realize how south this could go. They could get a head coach who's like fucking goes 2-14.
I couldn't believe they got rid of him. I could not. And when I was during the Chuck Noll time during the 80s, I didn't think they'd ever get rid of Chuck Noll. And when he retired, like for me, I was like, oh, it's the same. It's the same thing. I had a thing for Chuck Noll as you did for Tomlin. So let's hypothetical. If the coach comes in and they lose the first 6 games, and we know that the reason why they lost was because the coach did really dumb things, timeouts or poor management or bad execution or whatever, really dumb shit. And Steeler Nation goes, oh fuck, it was kind of good with Tomlin, wasn't it? You know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to answer some questions in the chat. The biggest thing, guys, is you look at the Jets. The Jets have not even made the goddamn playoffs in 15 years. They would love to have someone like Tomlin. Mm-hmm. We as Steelers fans are just a tad bit spoiled. Yeah, we haven't won one in 10 years.
It's how we get there. Like, we're great in a regular season, but it's how we play.
Yeah, we just
seven wild card, these divisional opponents. We had losses. Like, I didn't think they were going to lose, to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be a tight game. That offense.
It was a tight game. It was a tight game until Rodgers fell over.
Metcalf didn't catch that ball, and then the wheel started slowly coming down.
And that's why I don't think this game is on Tomlin. Now, the preparation from the offensive side, for sure, maybe they could have done something different, maybe getting Warren involved more in the running game. But in terms of Tomlin game, it wasn't a Tomlin game. It was a catch the ball game, and it was offensive line got beat out by 2 superstars on the edge who got a fumble and ran the end zone. At one stage, it was 10-6 where they go down the field, they can be up 13-10. So, but you know what? I'll jump off anyway soon because we'll do another show in an hour.
Okay.
Talking about everything. It's the same thing we're talking about now. But but like it's big news, fellas. This is massive for the organization.
My phone's blowing up. The radio show. I didn't see it coming. Like, I honestly felt like he was never. But also too, like, the minority owners could have got in Rooney's ear too. We don't know that. I have no idea. You know,
this had to be something that's been thought about for 4 months, at least 3 months.
I think Bill Cowher knew. I think Bill Cowher knew when they were playing the Jacksonville Jaguars in the studio, and it was Buffalo Jacksonville, and he said there is more coaches. There's coaches that are going to not be coaches after this weekend.
I believe Cowher. I don't know if someone and Bill Cowher are friends or whatever you want to call him, but yeah, this is definitely something that was in his mind for a long time. And maybe it is the best of both worlds. I'm just happy now that nobody can fire Mike Tomlin because it's finally over. Steeler Nation, it's finally over. It's over.
Well, when we get into the more in-depth about that second half and all these offensive stuff we didn't even talk about the wild card game last night.
Yeah, let's.
All right, we'll save that for. We'll save that for the.
I'll do 6:15. We'll do that, okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I got it. Right. Yeah, I'm good.
So, see you, Mark.
Bye, Mark.
I'll tell you guys.
Well, Mark is the most positive.
He's super positive.
He's the most positive.
Yeah, he lives in the Sunshine State, baby. He lives down, not in Florida, Sun Coast.
Well, we have to deal with a lot of. I've been dealing with the Tomlinisms for a long, long time, and I was upset when we lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars 5 weeks before when
Chase Young went out. Then. Yeah,
and I was upset then because we had opportunities. And look, 7 like these records. He is absolutely right. Mike Tomlin said the Steelers are going to make records this year. Absolutely right. The records that they made were not the records that any Steelers fans wanted.
They tied with Cincinnati for the longest drought without a playoff win.
Yeah, and we're gonna get to these. We got a lot of people in the chat. We got 35 people. Thank you guys.
Yeah. So listen,
we're gonna get some comments.
Marcus Freeman is not interested in the NFL. I saw in the chat Curt Cignetti.
He's too much money. Too much money. He's making.
College ball coaches are making more money than NFL coaches.
Yeah. And I don't want any retreads. I don't want any head coaches.
No, the Steelers won't. The Steelers will hire someone between the ages of 35 and like 43. They're not going to hire Bill Belichick. I saw that on ChatGPT gave me that.
Tyrone A-Rod was fighting for his life last night. They shut down the short passes. They shut down the flat. They shut down everything. We weren't running in between the tackles. It was bad for Aaron Rodgers. And when the receivers hit the balls. When the receivers, I liked Aaron Rodgers.
I was a fan, man.
But they didn't give him the strength. And Metcalf, we'll talk, Metcalf didn't catch that pass. That would have took him down to the 35. Maybe he could have took it down the way to the 10. I don't know, because Metcalf has a problem of not catching a lot of balls. I don't think Khan will be gone. I'm not a fan of Khan right now because the second receiver that he could have got was Kirk last night, who had 144 yards, and the Steelers didn't even try to get him. So
no,
I don't know who's going to be the coach.
No, I have no idea. I have no idea. It would be some no-name guy that was an assistant coach to an assistant coach.
Well, I don't know about. Look, they did the Rooney Rule, and it's not about. Look, it's not about color. It's not. It's not user. It's not about.
They color. They are woke. The Rooneys are very liberal.
And they will be fired too. They will be fired. Another one for Curt Cignetti. A lot of people, but no, I don't think it. Don, what's up? He says McCarthy from Pittsburgh.
Jenny McCarthy. I'd like her on the sideline.
Well, thanks, user. Well, I didn't say I was the smartest guy in the room, but I am I am a guy, so I don't know what to tell you. Okay, the argument. Okay.
Yeah, I mean. I can see what people are saying. Like, you kind of come in the team. You have the team for a couple years, you win. But still, you got to coach that. You got to coach for that year. You got to coach 17 games that season and then the playoffs. So
then you got to coach. You got to get your team ready in training camp, and you got to get your team ready.
Daredevil's spot on. I said this last night, and it's a hot take. Just bring in male cheerleaders.
Hey. Look.
Male cheerleaders.
Look. Mark's a good dude. He's a friend of the show. He's a really good guy. And Mark is entitled to his opinion.
He knows football. He does
know football.
He does know football.
Look,
he's a little bit jaded on Tomlin.
He likes Tomlin, and look,
he likes Tomlin.
Yeah. So he's a friend of the show. He comes on.
Yeah,
and he's helped me. He's helped. I'll tell you right now, he's helped me a lot during the fucking YouTube channel, which a lot of people never did. And he was one of them. And he's like, he's a good guy.
Plus, he knows the secrets of keeping sharks from biting your ass if you go swimming in Australia. He knows what spiders will eat you if you go to Australia.
Dude, I'm going to have to fucking ban you. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. I'm just tired of your fucking political shit. Fuck you. I don't know who you are. You're fuck you. I'm not going to have it. Shane. I'm not going to have somebody being disrespectful to Mark, who's actually a good dude. And like, we're not getting political here. We're talking Steelers football. If you want to get fucking
I get it.
political,
I get it. This does tie into the political shit, and it's hard not to go down that road because.
Well, I understand a little bit, but
the Australian,
I don't care what the Australian government has to a Steeler podcast.
Oh, I don't.
He was talking about, and I was like, no. And then he was bashing Mark, and I wasn't having
What about Will Howard? I mean, there's no other quarterbacks really in the draft. Indiana's quarterback he won the Heisman. He's okay.
I don't know why. I mean, I don't know.
Beck and Mendoza. Beck is Miami's quarterback. Mendoza.
Burns said they're only going to have one quarterback, and Mendoza's going to the Raiders, and the Steelers aren't going to have an opportunity unless they do some draft capital and they trade some players. If they trade, anybody's game. They could open this. Look, no offense, I haven't had 40 people in the chat. Keep it up. Yeah. I don't know who. I have no idea. Batman. Mark needs to be wearing a Batman mask. Greg, we were in the playoffs, Greg. We just didn't win. That's the sad part. And
we should actually do like witness protection and change his voice.
Yeah, change his voice, and he could talk about Tomlin. Tyrone said he loved Tomlin, but it was time. Sometimes, look. He was the longest tenure coach, and it was time.
I'm the same way. It feels like it's getting stale. It's like pizza. When I worked in a pizza shop, Bubba, you love pizza, right?
I love pizza, yes.
But if you work there every goddamn day,
you're
gonna get sick of it. I got to the point when I worked at a pizza shop, I couldn't eat it for 4 or 5 years. I'm that way with Tomlin. I love Tomlin. I'm just sick of Tomlin.
He's a great motivator of men, and that is true. Everybody wants to come and play for Tomlin. But these playoff losses, like it was 7-6. Like it could have been 13 to whatever. We could have got a touchdown. We could have went up in the first half. Mm-hmm. The third quarter was the worst quarter besides the Cleveland game. That Cleveland game and this playoff game in the second half was bad. I thought third quarter.
There have been how many games we watch all year? 19.
We've seen every fucking game.
I would say 12 of those had some points where you literally just not because of nerves, you just wanted to shit yourself because they look so bad. You're just like, oh.
And I know that the players that we have, they just don't execute, and they just didn't turn around for Aaron. Everything's timing. The timing was off. John Smith gets 800 yards last year, and he barely gets fucking 200 this year. And he fucking looked like shit last night. Like, I don't want him back in a Steeler uniform. Yeah. And it's a shame, and Pat Freiermuth, man, I don't know what Freiermuth.
It's good hands. Really good hands. Hey, ER8907.
What grinds your gears, Gene?
In the chat said, a bad clutch. John Gruden is a head coach. Start Howard and draft around him. What do you think of John Gruden? Boy, that would be entertaining.
No, I'm not looking for entertainment.
I'm
looking for winners.
On the coaching side of having Aaron Rodgers, in my opinion. It'd be great for the podcast.
We're not getting
terrible for the team.
And it's been great podcasting this year. We've been actually moving leaps and bounds. Stefanski, no. Maybe an offensive coordinator, but not a head coach. That's the only way that I will deal with any of these head coaches if they're assistants, not head coaches. There's nobody out there that was a former head coach that I want to see come to Pittsburgh. I'm so sorry.
Not Bill Belichick either. No way. He's 78 years old.
Do we expect higher standards than the effing Jets? Yes.
How about Snoop Dogg? He did a little coaching.
Right. Priority one's right. If Metcalf catches that ball, we're up 10-0. It could change the whole complex of the game.
Right.
That defense, that Texan defense. But look, CJ Stroud fucking was turning the ball over all the time. He's not.
Oh, man.
I mean, we didn't capitalize. So now I don't know if Burrows is. I don't know. And he probably wants out of Cincinnati, but you got to have receivers. I mean, we had Aaron Rodgers and we didn't have any receivers. No.
I don't think Peyton Manning would coach, but I think he'd be a good coach.
Yeah, I got rid of him. I got rid of him. So, Suncoast Video.
Hey, Bubba, we have 46 people in the chat. We can't read them all.
Woo! I can't. So, well, I will put this one in.
We'll get back to you.
That's Mark's. There we go. So I'm looking for some good. I don't think he's going to make the cover. Do you think he'll make the cover? No, he won't not make the cover.
No, that would be, if he would have last year, then he definitely would have got fired instead of.
And we don't need, Priority One says we don't need cheerleaders. No,
not male cheerleaders.
No.
Like the Bananas, they get guys that look like Bubba and me to go out there and get the crowd all.
You don't want me. There's no, where am I at here? Because I'm not reading everything. I'm just going and glancing. There is no other quarterback in that draft, ladies and gentlemen, but one quarterback, and he's going to the Raiders. We are not. Will Howard spent a year under Aaron Rodgers. I don't know why he's not getting. He will get the opportunity to maybe get and beat Mason Rudolph. Anything's wide open now. Podcasting right now has just turned up fucking 800 degrees now with Tomlin resigning and with all these players. And it is a hot take. I'm telling you, they could trade TJ Watt for some fucking. Hey, look, TJ Watt is TJ Watt, but what is he? He got a fumble recovery.
So back to the coaching.
I don't know who to get.
Now, Clint Kubiak. What is it? What's the chat's thoughts on that guy? I mean, he's young dude. I think he's 35, 38. How old is he, chat?
Clint Kubiak.
Yeah, he's the son of the old Texans coach, Gary Kubiak. Remember him?
Well, Gary Kubiak was an offensive coordinator under Mike Shanahan.
Yep.
Yes.
Now I think Kubiak he was with the Seahawks and then the Saints. I know that.
Well, maybe we should just hold off until the playoffs done. There's coordinators. Well, here I have it right here, and
guys are going to get picked up quick.
I know. Well, we can't mess around. Okay, this is what I seen. This is what. Look at that. Odds to be. Look at the odds.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, right now.
I odds like Kubiak.
Okay, you do at 600 at plus 600.
Mike McCarthy. That would be fun.
Okay, Jeff Haley wasn't he a guitar player for the Jeff Healey band?
No,
that's not his name.
We know Jeff Haley though.
No, do you know Jeff Haley? I don't. Heafley. I don't know who he is. I have no idea. But Burns told me this. Burns told me if the Packers get rid of fucking LaFleur, you pick him up in a heartbeat.
Well,
Burns said he would pick him up at the fucking airport.
Who's that? Halfley.
Mike, the Packers head coach.
Well, Jeff is a defensive coordinator, I think.
Jeff Haley from the Haley.
I can't say his goddamn name. Halfley.
I don't know. And Robert Saleh, wasn't he the Jets head coach at one time? Wasn't? What am I right? Am I not right? Am I right? I don't care about any other team unless they get the black and gold in the brand. I could give, but I understand his. He's a defensive coordinator for the 49ers. I don't know who you would pick. I just want to have, coordinators that can actually be able to coordinate.
Well, I'm going to ask you guys in chat. Okay, Bubba, here you go.
Okay.
Do you want a guy that has more experience as an offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator?
I'm going to tell you right now, Shane, and I love defense, but right now you have to have the NFL. You got to have offense, and I believe you got to have a bend but don't break kind of defense like the Steelers had. But you make them punt maybe once or twice, maybe 3 times. You come up with a turnover, and you can be able to score in any part of the field. I rather put up points. Look, the Tomlin philosophy was like, hey, we're going to hang out. We're going to run the ball, kick the field goal. He would never go for the jugular. He would never keep stepping on the gas.
No,
he would never keep stepping on the gas. I mean,
I agree with you.
I mean, that's real. I mean,
I'd go for an offensive guy like LaFleur. I mean, he's done a good job with the Rams. That's him at the top in that picture. He's a good looking dude.
Oh, the Rams guy.
Yeah, that's LaFleur, I believe.
No, LaFleur. That's the
that's
the
not
Rams
LaFleur.
That's the Rams coordinator.
That's the Rams coordinator.
Yeah, and Burns says 3 turnovers, 9 yards, and I don't think 99 Big Ben would be a legit. I don't know. I don't think Big Ben. I don't think.
Now here's one. Chat gonna have a yinsgasm over this. This isn't gonna happen, but how fun would it be to have James Harrison as your next head coach?
No. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Everybody would fucking
He's
get their asses beat.
He'd lose his shit on people, and the people go around. Be fantastic.
Well, Gene said clone Chuck Noll. You could probably clone Chuck. You could probably clone coaches now. And Afton wants male cheerleaders, but they want them as the entertaining as the baseball banana guys. I don't know. We got a lot of new people here. I don't know.
Well, we got a Browns fan, and his comment's fantastic. I'll read it. The fourth quarter last night, I love this comment.
Okay.
Because if I was a Browns fan, I would say the same thing.
Sure.
It was pure joy. If I was a Browns fan, that would be pure joy watching the Steelers melt. He didn't say that, but he says, was pure joy. Laugh out loud. Tomlin quit to avoid being fired, which shows his loyalty to Steelers is admirable. That's a good comment.
Okay. I think Tomlin was he looked like his beard was all gray. I think Tomlin was sleeping in his car or something.
I think, Mark said it was beginning of the season. This was planned out. I think he had some self-realization when people booed him mid-season. When the Boo Bears came out and we're like, oh, boo. It's
Do that again? Do that again?
Boo. You suck.
But
you suck, Tomlin.
But maybe he shouldn't have fucking said something that, we're going to be historic.
He says shit like
I
that.
would never say that. That'd be like me. I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. No, I am not. And every time he says something, it comes to bite in the ass.
Priority one, and everybody else in the chat that says Stefanski.
Not the head coach.
You want him?
There's no fucking way. Offensive coordinator. And if we do retain his rights, we could trade him. I'm telling you, we could trade him.
He is a good coach. Like it's Lloyd 123 said he's a good coach.
No, stay away from. I don't want him either.
The Rooneys will not hire a guy who's been a coach for a few years.
I don't want Stefanski. No,
Stefanski from
Danny Smith is not our head coach because that's a lot of bazooka fucking.
That would be fun.
We need a whole team. The Steelers need a whole team. They need a head coach that is able to delegate authority and is okay with that. Tomlin was not okay with that because Tomlin doesn't want anybody fucking. There's no trees of Tomlin. His Tomlinisms are just Tomlinisms. There's no other. You know what I mean? Like the coaching, like Matt Canada's still bagging groceries, fucking, and Finkner's fucking digging ditches somewhere. Like, do not get anybody from the fucking facility and move them up. Do not do that. Don't.
Well, yeah, you're going to have to. I mean, but Tyrone, I'm going to ask you the question. You're in the chat all the time. You want an offensive coordinator, a guy with the previous experience of offensive philosophy? Because you look at dynasties over a period of time. When you think of the 49ers, they've always been offensive theory. Steelers have been defense. You look back at these teams and you think, okay, these teams have an identity. The Steelers have always been defense. Do you get an offensive guy? Tomlin, on the other hand, was a special teams coach for
those two right there. The way their offensive have been playing this year, and if they're in the championship or something, take a look at it because I'm telling you, I want an offensive.
I like that.
I want an offensive-minded right there. I want an offensive-minded fucking genius offensive guy like the old, like the fucking oh God, who was the head coach for the Bill Walsh kind of shit? You know what I mean? Like something like that.
Real quick, Bubba, we got to pay the bills. So,
yes,
if you have not liked and subscribed to this shit channel, then you're wrong. If you click the notification button, because we're here every Monday and every Wednesday. Mondays at 10 p.m., Wednesdays at 9 like clockwork, and Tuesdays we do a show in the afternoon between sometimes 6, sometimes 7, depending on what the schedule is.
Right.
Tuesdays are up in the air, 6 or 7. Right? Did you get that?
Look, this is not, and if for all you new people here, this is not your typical Steeler podcast with the X's and O's. I've been a diehard Steeler fan all my life, a season ticket holder for 17 years. My grandfather in 1971 he went to all 4 Super Bowls. Like, there's a lot of prestige, a lot of historic history in the Steelers for me. If you saw me last week, all you new people, I didn't even see the field goal because I was losing my shit because I didn't want it to end like this. I didn't want it to end yesterday, but I was a little bit more calmer and a little bit more resolved of what was happening, and it was just not going to be anywhere. It's going to be in dawn of a new day now.
Yes,
Mike Tomlin, God bless you. You gave us 19 years of your life with Steelers football. You got us a Super Bowl. You went to 2 Super Bowls. We won 1. You got us a lot of players. It's been very historic. Your Monday night record will never be fucking equaled again in my lifetime, ever. It's never going to happen. So, now it's just something we gotta get on, and we just gotta keep going. But this is totally, me and Shane are totally different. We have a great community of Steeler fans, and we let them give their opinion, let them chime in. We actually have some of them, come on. You know what I mean? No.
I'll tell you what, Mark.
No, that's not happening. No, I don't want that.
Deion Sanders,
no.
You're being crazy. Now, Bubba has never missed a game. When the NFL got political, I went a whole season without watching a game, and maybe 3 years with watching maybe just a couple halves here and there, because I like my football like I like my sex life. I don't talk about politics when I'm making sweet love, and I don't talk about politics when I'm watching football. So shut the fuck up.
Oh, there we go.
Ladies
and gentlemen, to the guy who I banned today, whatever his fucking name is, I'm telling you, no politics here. You will not treat Mark with disrespect on this show or any show. You can do this.
Hey man, just want to let you know that sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up. And this current time is just one of those times you gotta shut the fuck up. I don't think you're a bad person. I just don't want to hear you talking anymore. You gotta shut the fuck up.
Bubba, I still can't believe that you fit in that chicken costume.
I know, I can move. Hey, I was playing football today at work. I threw 8 touchdowns. I threw more touchdown passes than the Cleveland game and then last night's playoff game at work. I was on fire today.
Nice.
Oh, I know.
I love it.
But ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys all for chipping in with your comments. This is going to be a hot topic. We will be back here we're going to be back tonight at 6 o'clock. Mark's going to be hosting the show. 6:15. We're going to stream it. We're going to stream it to our channel. That's what we do. You guys can come on, but Mark's going to be the host. We just give our opinions, and we're both 2 podcasts like mega powers. Like, oh, Hogan.
Listen, you can give Mark a hard time about Tomlin all you want, because Mark loves Tomlin.
Yes.
We are kind of happy. It's a change. It's like going to the same spot at the beach for 15 years. Hey, let's change it up.
No, it's like a makeover. Like, I'm heavy. I don't shave. I didn't get a haircut.
Yeah.
My wife's like, oh, come on, baby. Yeah. Why can't you just wear some cool clothes instead of wearing your Steeler hat and your Steeler hoodies? Right. Come on. And Tam's like, and like I look fucking.
Tomlin's makeover, Bubba, was like, he came out like, Mike Tomlin, Coach Tomlin, you got the same pajama pants on. He's like, no, man, I got pockets. These are my dress.
I think he was going through something because he looked weathered and tethered. He just looked like he's been through a war. He's going to the Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. Look, sometimes like you're there for 19 years. Sometimes it happens. People get complacent doing the same shit. That's all I know. It happens to me. It happens to everybody. And we're going to keep talking about it because now this offseason is going to be something that we never even thought of, Shane. This offseason is going to be fucking exploding, and we're going to be at the Ben Franklin Tap Room on draft, and you guys are all invited to show up. We're going to do podcasting Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But we got to get ready because we're going back in 45 minutes. I got to go I don't even know what I got to grab, some celery or something. I have no idea. And I'm going to go lift later.
Sit down and pee.
Oh, well, why do you sit down and pee? What the hell's wrong with you?
I'm lazy.
Oh, okay. Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for coming in on this
Thanks,
really, really special podcast where we didn't know what was going on. Shane, thank you so much, and I'll see you in about 45 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, do your stuff. Come back when Mark's hosting a show. Hey!
Stu.
Hey!
15.
Hey!
Okay, guys.
Gene,
45
the
minutes.
Dance
We'll
Machine.
see you.
That goes for the parrot guy.
Parrot guy.
2026, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end with the parrot guy. We'll see you in 45 at 6:15, talking Steelers football with Mark and us, Steelers Dynasty Podcast and Steelers Nation Australia.
Cheers.
We'll see you in a bit. Cheers. Here we go.
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. African parrots. They're big and they're huge.
Well, they're not African.
Well, I don't know because I don't get out much. What are they? Can they talk?
I get paid to talk, sir.
Oh, they get paid to talk?
I get paid to talk.
Oh, you get paid to talk? Okay. He gets paid to talk, and the birds just look. There we go. He's like, "How the hell are you guys?" That's okay, Steeler Dynasty Podcast. We're good. That's good. Okay.
See you guys.